Yo, what up everybody? It's your boy the Kryptonian Saiyan here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 277. And this chapter, the ending, okay? In particular, it'd probably say like the middle of the chapter where Luffy finally gets out of Nola, right? And Luffy is holding Zoro, and the first thing that he says is, Zoro, how could this happen when you're there? And so for me, that was a very touching moment, and that's probably my favorite moment in this chapter, simply for the reason that what we're seeing is Luffy holds Zoro in high regard, and I feel like that's like cementing it. Luffy sees Zoro as his second in command, right? Like, you could probably argue that, hey, if Sanji would have been there, same thing. And you're probably right. You know, Luffy just has that personality. More than likely, whoever he's with or whoever he sees, he's like, why could that happen? Because it's like Luffy, everyone's a big family. So I like that. But just knowing that Luffy is getting ready to show down with Enel, who is like Uzumaki Naruto. The reason why I say that is Enel has enough power or enough lightning inside of him to power a ship that runs strictly off of his lightning, okay? And he's the only one who can power it. And I saw that, and I'm going, that's like some Naruto level stamina. And so this is one of those times where I read it and I go, holy crap, what are the power scales like in One Piece? Because if when Luffy defeats Enel, like it's just a given, he's gonna do it. When he defeats Enel, how fucking strong is Luffy about to become? Like, I have to ask that, okay? So, with that being said, gotta backtrack, okay? Like I said, I don't really talk about the cover stories unless it really catches my attention. You know this is gonna catch my attention because I love Ace, okay? When he got introduced and I found out that it was Ace, like, I like the character. So he gets thrown into the water, and you know, into the river, and you know that that's a big no-no for him because the guy has a Logia fruit, if I'm not mistaken, and so he's got the devil fruit, and he can't really swim, so that's a holy shit moment. So that was cool just to see that, man. I love that, but the stakes, I feel like the stakes got raised in this chapter. And Oda used the cover story as a way to kind of break you into it, okay? Because I really feel like if the chapter would have opened up and they would have just shown, you know, Conis, and, you know, she's kind of coming in and she's trying to warn people and she's being labeled as this blasphemous person, I feel like that wouldn't be enough to get us to our ultimate end goal, where we see Luffy telling Aisa, like, hey, take me to where he is, because she has the ability for some reason, and this is a Deus Ex Machina, okay? And the reason why I say that is, like, mantra has been introduced, so it fits, but at the same time, it's like, this is pretty convenient, and I'm not knocking it, like, I actually think this is good writing, I'm just saying it for what it is. You know, Luffy happened to be trapped with the girl who is able to track Enel, okay? Like, it just is what it is. But again, it's good writing. So I like the fact that that's how it builds up towards it. And if we didn't have the Ace cover story, it wouldn't have been enough, okay? It wouldn't have been enough. So I like that. And then I like how we see this shot of Nola, okay? And once we see Nola and he's over the ruins, it's like, oh shit, Luffy's coming. And you knew it was just a matter of time. And the fact that Luffy just missed him, just missed Enel, just missed saving Nami, who had the plan in the back of her mind, like, hey, I'm gonna find a way to escape. So she's really just buying time. So I like how we saw that, and for a moment I thought Luffy was gonna do some savage shit, okay? Like, I thought Luffy, he's raising up the eyelid, and I'm thinking he's going to punch his eyeball out, okay? Because he's using Nola's eye, and I'm thinking, Luffy, don't do it. I'm thinking he's going to use like the Gum Gum Bazooka and just knock his eye out, okay? The Gum Gum pistol. It doesn't happen. It looks like Aisa, you know, stopped him. You know, we get like the little effect. It looked like Luffy did, you know, end up hitting the eye. He couldn't really do anything. They end up coming out the mouth, and Luffy gets out. He's like, I'm free! And the first thing that I'm thinking is like, that's cool, but, you know, when's Oda going to have him see the bodies? And it's literally like a few frames over, we see it like, oh shoot, Luffy rushes down, and Luffy is kind of acting like the reader at this point. You know, Luffy is saying like, damn, Chopper's down, Not Nami's down. Robin's down. Zoro's down. Oh shoot, even the bazooka guy, and that's a quote, you know, the Viz quote, even the bazooka guy is down. He was pretty strong. The fact that all of these heavy hitters are down, in particular crew members with Luffy, and Luffy is cradling Nico Robin as she's, you know, speaking with the last of her energy to tell him what happened and to pass on the plan that Enel shared with her, which again, it just shows that she's resourceful. You know, I like how the female characters in this chapter alone, all of them are useful. You know, I've said it before countless times again, I hate when female characters don't really get the full shine. I hate when they're just damsels in distress, you know. So I like how in this we see Conis. She's trying to, you know, warn everybody, so she's being useful. We're seeing Robin. Robin got all that back intelligence when she was talking to Enel and kind of getting in his head, buying time as well. But, you know, getting the meat of the information, and she survived long enough to pass it on. So once again, we just see how she is being angled to be with powerful people. And so I like how we saw that. And then we see Nami, and even Nami in the back of her mind, the wheels are still turning. She's getting on the ship with Enel, but she's still trying to think of a way off and think of a way to stop him. So I like how Oda didn't disregard the female characters. That was cool, man. That was really cool just to see that. Overall, this was a really strong chapter. Like I said, I can't go 5 out of 5, but this was a strong chapter though, man. My chapter question for you all is, I'm just going to keep it simple with this one, man. You know, I made a point with saying that I felt like the female characters in this chapter, I felt like they got a lot of development even though they didn't get a lot of screen time. What did you guys think about that? And out of the 3, I know a lot of you guys are probably going to say Nico Robin, so I'm just going to put it like this. Out of all 3 characters, who do you think has been the most useful in this arc, and why did you think so? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, hit that like button, comment, rate, subscribe, share. As always, thank you for watching Kryptonian Say, and have an awesome day, guys.